What it do, world? It's your boy KJP from Get Hip TV. You already know what it is, your number one source for the latest news in mainstream and underground hip hop culture. And you know what I'm saying? Today, we got a hot topic, man. Hot topic in the sports world. Hot topic in the city of Memphis. And of course, if you've been in tune with what's been going on for the past couple of days, you should already know what I'm talking about, man. Everybody wants to know, is Memphis really going to pull the trigger on hiring Penny Hardaway and getting rid of Tubby Smith? And like I said before, I'm not against a man losing his job. I'm never against any man getting fired on the spot, especially when he's doing everything he can to be successful and help the team. But like I said, whether it's college, pros, or whatever, semi-pros, however you put it, it's a business. And it's about winning. It's about progress. And for a team that's been in Calipari's shadow for almost a decade now, we just haven't been living up to the standard that we would like to be at. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like Calipari has left us spoiled. We all can admit that. Like the fans, the boosters, the former students, the former players. It's like John Calipari left a legacy here that hasn't been matched since he has been gone. From getting some of the top recruits to taking us deep into the tournament. We have been expecting this since he's been gone, and we have got nowhere near that. Like I said, it's been a long 10 years, man. 9 years, 10 years, however you want to put it. I'm just going to say it's a decade. It's been a long decade, man, since we've been able to have some real success in the Memphis Tiger program. And in the sports world, that's a long time, man. That's just too long without real success. Of course, we'd have been to 4 NCAA tournaments since then, won a few conference championships, won a few regular season conference championships. But I mean, there's just not enough knowing what the potential could be for this program. Because like I said, Memphis has a rich history of basketball. And like I said, we've been disappointed since really 2008, honestly. Of course, in 2009 was Calipari last year, and he had Tyreke Evans, and we went to the Sweet 16. That was a nice year, but that 2007-2008 season when we had Derrick Rose, CDR, Joey Dorsey, Robert Dozier, Sean Taggart, and so on and so forth, man. That team just left us with a mark, man. You know what I'm saying? We forever missing that team. Like I said, Calipari, he was doing his thing. He was improving every year. And not only after his last year did he bring in a Tyreke Evans, he already sent D Rose to the NBA, which he was number 1 overall. Sent Tyreke Evans to the NBA. And that next year, we was going to have John Wall, Xavier Henry, DeMarcus Cousins. We was going to have all that going on, man. That next year, then he left. Broke our hearts, man. We felt stabbed in the back, man. We felt like a jealous girlfriend. So with that being said, man, after he left, Josh Pastner simply didn't get the job done. He had a lot of recruits, especially that 2010 class. He kind of made up for what John Calipari did. He ended up getting Will Barton. He ended up getting Joe Jackson. He got a Chris Crawford. Like I said, he got a Jalon Kendrick. He got a Wesley. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like he got a lot of people that was considered high-level recruits. But the thing with Pastner was a decent recruiter. he just wasn't a good coach, in my opinion. I'm just keep it real. He was not a good coach. He didn't demand that respect that a Calipari or a Coach K or a Bill Self or a Roy Williams could demand. It just is what it is. You can call it what you want. I'm just calling it how I see it, you know. Like I said, he simply just didn't get the job done. Too many mediocre seasons, then his recruiting started to fall off as well. So it's like, it's already bad enough that your coaching level wasn't at the tip top, but then your recruiting fall off as well. It's like that's just a red flag. So we bring in Tubby. Tubby, experienced coach, got a national championship under his belt. It's old, but like I said, it's a national championship. I don't take those for granted. It's very hard to win a national championship because there's a lot of parity in the college basketball. It's not like the Warriors in the NBA. We know who's going to win. It's like, nah. It's a lot of parity in college basketball. It's hard to win national titles. So I'm not saying I don't appreciate what he's done as a coach, but his old style school of coaching has passed him by. The climate of basketball at this particular era has passed him by. And right now he can't catch up. I think he has to go to a low major school or a new school that's coming up in the NCAA. That's where he needs to be at in his career at this point. A college that needs that type of coach to build up their program. Memphis is at the point where we need marquee success again. We need that big name. We need those blue chip recruits again to be back in the light, the real showtime of college basketball where we belong. Now, of course, we have a rich history of basketball, period. It's not even about the Tigers program. It's about Memphis. Memphis is a basketball city, period. However you want to put it, however you say it is, you know what I'm saying? The birthplace of rock and roll, the real home of blues, number one spot for barbecue, rich hip-hop culture. We are also a basketball city, one of the finest basketball cities in the world. You can bring up New York, you can bring up whoever else. But like I said, when it comes to basketball, Memphis is one of the top cities in the world when it comes to it. So we demand greatness. And Penny Hardaway is exactly that. We can say he don't have the college coaching experience, of course. But at the end of the day, you got to start somewhere. And some people been saying, oh, this is a big risk going from a guy like Tubby, who's been proven, to a guy like Penny, who just started coaching high-level basketball, really. And my thing is, like I said, man, you got to start somewhere. But like I said, Penny has all the tools and connects and just the type of charisma to do the job in Memphis. Not only was he one of the best Tigers of all time, leading us to an Elite Eight in 1992, which was before I was born, of course, but I'm still a part of that. All-American at Treadwell High, All-American at Memphis, multiple-time NBA All-Star, multiple-time All-NBA team. He has his own sneakers. They're still one of the top sellers at Nike. He coaches East. They're on their way to a third straight state championship. He's over one of the top AU programs in the country, Nike EYBL circuit, Team Penny. They got his name written all over it. And we all know how important AAU is to college basketball and recruiting these days. Very important. Like I said, he's over the phone pods. He's a top seller at Nike. He's a Nike athlete. And these days, that means a lot to these kids. He has all the tools to get these kids to come to his school. These kids, I think kids' eyes will light up when they say, head coach Penny Hardaway of Memphis wants you to play for him. They see that name, Penny Hardaway, their eyes automatically light up. So to me, man, it's a no-brainer, honestly. It's like they got to pull the trigger. It's a risk worth taking. It's like you either going to pull it or you're not. You just can't be sitting here thinking about if I should do it, if I should not. I mean, you'd rather pull that trigger and have a chance of being great again, or you just going to try to be safe and be mediocre, just going along with the motion, being in the middle of the pack. And for Memphis, the city of Memphis, when it comes to basketball, that's nowhere near enough. So thank you, John Calipari, for spoiling us. You did it. I mean, you did it. So it's like whoever after you got to come with it. And I think Penny could possibly reach that level of Calipari. If not the level of Calipari, he can most definitely do a damn good job of coaching. And not only that, he's talking about bringing Larry Brown in to help him coach. So if he know he new to this, but bringing in a guy like Larry Brown, a Hall of Famer coach, Hall of Famer, bar none, to help him coach, he's most definitely is going to be successful. The players just playing under him now, number one guy in the class of 2019, James Wiseman. If Penny lands that job in Memphis, he automatically has a great chance to land him. He can keep the number one player in the country of the junior class to stay here next year. He can get the Lawson brother. He can get the middle Lawson brother to stay home. He can get Malcolm Dandridge to stay home. He can get more local talent, the high-level local talent, to stay home. Something Tubby Smith can't do. Something Tubby Smith just can't do. Something that Josh Pastner stopped doing. I want to say his last recruit from Memphis was probably Adonis Thomas. That was the last recruit from the city I remember that Pastner got. But like I said, it's all about, you got to keep your high-level guys in the city as well. It's not about recruiting around the country. It's like you can't even keep your top-notch guys from the city in the city, then you automatically is going to be looked at as a bad recruiter or anything. So I think Penny's going to do a great job. I think the University of Memphis athletic director, Tom Bowen, I think that's his name, you got to pull the trigger after the state tournament. Like I said, after Penny and the East Mustangs, they lift their trophy up, man, you got to be calling his phone ASAP right after, man. Oh, you damn near need to drive to Murfreesboro your damn self, dog, and go up there and get him for real. Because like I said, man, this makes perfect sense. He's the more attractive choice, but he is also the perfect choice. You can't go wrong. You'll make the city proud. He would definitely fill the seats back up in that stadium. We had the lowest attendance rate, man, since 1982. 40% drop-off from the 2014 season. And that's the last decent team we really had, to be honest. A talented team, but we couldn't do anything with that team. So like I said, man, scared money don't make no money, man. You got to take risks to be great. But like I said, man, Keydre P, man, get in the comic box. Comment your thoughts on this situation. Should you think Memphis do it? Should you think they don't? Should, whatever. Get in the comment box, man. Let me know what you think. I'm out of here, dog.